Thank you. Connor squirmed and looked up across the room at Chase. Thank you, she said. Why? Chase asked, voice a bit too low again. He was trying not to look at her. For stepping out like that. Chase didn't answer. He still didn't know why he'd done that. Oh, and for not talking, she added with a grunt. It's not your secret, so stay quiet. Why don't you tell them? He said, leaning against the wall anxiously. People at risk, she replied. Why don't you run? The shivers at the doors gave him threatening looks. No exit, he answered. The others came back. Where's the water from? Timothy said, leaning over Connor. She flinched, lowering her head. I have something you need, she said. Ha! Timothy kicked her. The laugh turned into a grunt. She groaned. They went back to kicking her. It was supposed to be Chase. He found himself moving around the beams and stepping forward on the debris-cluttered ground. He didn't know what to say or do. He just knew he couldn't let them. As he came forward, an old guy and a few other tattooed shivers were let in, and they watched. The old guy was short and wrinkly. He seemed important. As Chase took another step forward, the sentry watching him raised his pistol at him. Get back, he warned. Chase froze, looking helplessly between all of them, and Connor twisted up on the floor. Timothy strode over to him, followed closely by Grad. The sentry lowered the gun, allowing them to take over the situation. He wants in on the action, I guess, Timothy said. He swung on Ghost. Ghost dodged perfectly, so close he felt the air whirl around the fist past his nose and lips. Grad reached at him. Ghost moved so easily it was like he was dematerializing. All he knew was how to dodge and hide, but that was all he'd done for a few years, so he was good at it. The doors were still blocked. He was gonna get a beating, but he was also gonna dodge first. So he dodged again, ducking under and walking past Timothy, so he now faced Old Man directly. Well, the old guy said, that was an impressive dodge. That statement was surprising enough to make him hesitate. Got you, Timothy shouted as he seized Ghost's good arm, yanked him back several steps, and swung another punch at him. Ghost caught this one head on in the nose and mouth. He staggered back and didn't see for a second. His nose and mouth stung and burned. He wrinkled his face up. His back had hit the wall again. Stop, Old Man ordered. Ghost's vision cleared to see Timothy stepping back from him. He'd been about to take another shot. These kids got fresh water, Timothy said. Old Man looked down at Connor, then at Ghost. One of the shivers that had come in with him was scratching her head at Ghost. She was brownish tan, thick-built, and wiry. Damn, isn't that Merc's boy? She said. He's the right age. Albino. Everyone's albino these days, Grad said. Hey, buddy, Timothy grinned at her, saying buddy like a name. Are you saying I just kicked a guard's ass? I'm not that, Ghost said from under his shirt, cautiously wiping his bloody nose and chin onto the hem. Air whisked cold on his stomach. This whole interaction felt so horribly normal. He wanted to disappear again. It hurt to be alive. Old Man did a double take as he looked at Ghost. He looked at his bruised forearms, then the spot over his hip where he'd been hit by the belt. Ghost dropped his shirt and sniffed. So, Old Man turned, this is Bloody Connor of the cult? Connor eyed him. Who's asking? You introduced yourself, you little shit, Timothy grunted, poking her with his toe. I'm not from the cult, she glared. Let her go, Old Man said. We'll make a trade agreement for the water. What? Timothy exclaimed. Know when to give up, Tim, Old Man said. Timothy growled and knelt to let Connor go. Ghost watched as she left with Timothy, feeling a hint of relief. You're that ghost character, aren't you? Old Man said. Ghost snapped back into his body as he realized that Old Man was talking to him. He hesitated to answer, not sure what to say. He didn't want people to see him and hurt him anymore. He wanted to hide under that table in the corner. Hiding there wouldn't work. His eyes darted around like a trapped animal. You're Ghost? Old Man repeated. Ghost's attention flicked back to him. Was the Shivers leader being patient? Yeah, he said. Too quiet. He frowned with annoyance. Yeah, he said, louder. Admit it, you're Merc's kid, Buddy said to him. Ghost is Merc's kid. He stared at her. She laughed. You're making this awkward. Come on. Old Man put a hand on her chest and stepped closer to Ghost. At your last place, he said in a lower tone. Did they beat you?" He nodded toward Ghost's splinted arm. Ghost shrugged slightly. "Did your dad do that?" Ghost glared, lifting his chin. "Yeah, so?" Asshole was gonna kill him anyway. Goddamn Shivers. "Okay," Old Man shrugged. He looked back at the room of Shivers, who were softly commenting and jabbing each other in the side with mild anticipation. "Well, we don't do that here." He moved away from Ghost so he could face the whole room. "Shivers, kill. If you see a straggler, your orders are to knife them. I don't care if she has water, you kill her." "What if it's a trade deal?" Grad asked. Ghost was stunned by the boldness of asking a question, but Old Man simply answered, "Then take them to me." "You got it, boss," Grad replied. "Now, you." Old Man turned to Ghost. Ghost clenched his right fist. "Where'd you learn to dodge like that?" Old Man said. "You gonna kill me or not?" Ghost snarled. His nose itched. "I'm not going to kill you." Ghost clutched his left arm above the splint and moved to pass Old Man and leave, but Old Man put a hand on his chest, stopping him. "Stay." Ghost felt a pounding in his chest so hard. The hand felt like a threat, but he didn't know what was being threatened. "You'll die out there alone." Ghost looked at Old Man. Was it that obvious he was alone? "I'm not giving you a choice, kid." Ghost felt a twisting in his stomach. He refused eye contact. "You have so much potential. I want you," Old Man said, trying again to get Ghost's eyes. "You can join Shiver, or we can sell you back to the guards." "You bastard," Ghost hissed. Now he would look. He gave Old Man a wide-eyed death glare. The man knew what he'd be sending him back to. "It's your choice." Old Man removed the hand stopping Ghost. "Then," Ghost said, I will. I'm loyal to the core, Old Man. But you hurt me, I'll kill you." "Good," Old Man said with a smile. He extended a hand. "Welcome." Ghost felt a shiver of excitement at the gesture of respect. He suppressed his smile and shook Old Man's hand.